Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. $100 billion chocolate manufacturer Mondelēz joins Hedera Council. Well. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but the future's looking bright. The future is looking very bright. Okay, so this chocolate manufacturer owns huge names like Oreo, Cadbury, Milka, Toblerone. Huge manufacturer. And they are on the Hedera Council. And this is why I said to you guys quite a while back when we was talking about the governing council and them saying that basically, you know, when people are on the council, it's for a certain amount of time and then they leave. But it's a revolving door, right? Because as one company leaves, another company comes in. And I was saying this to you before, it can possibly open up the door for bigger partnerships to come in. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I think this is very much proof of that. So we've got this huge chocolate manufacturer here who are now with the governing council, wanting to work with Hedera, and they're basically wanting to accelerate DLT technology and use HBAR. And this is where, to me, the confidence, as always, the reassurance, you know, I see companies like this wanting to work with HBAR. Why am I going to just be thinking about the price? Like, when I see all these companies saying, yes, we want to work with you, we want to be on your council, like, they clearly see the potential here. They clearly look at Hedera as, you know, the future within the crypto space. So why wouldn't I think that? Now, the price may not reflect that right now. Okay, that's fair enough. But it looks very optimistic, right, for their future, right? Like, you see all these companies, the partnerships that they have, and all these huge companies who are worth billions wanting to work with them. Surely they see something in Hedera, which I think is what we all see, right, as investors. And so that's where I just put price to the side, because I'm just looking at all this and I'm just thinking, these companies are all trying to come together to help with Hedera's success. And when you've got these types of companies behind you, it's going to be hard for them to fail, because they clearly want Hedera to succeed. Why are they going to do a partnership with them if they didn't have some kind of optimism about Hedera's future? Because they could make a partnership with a different network. They don't have to use HBAR, right? They could use somewhere else. So the fact that they're using Hedera and HBAR, to me, it speaks volumes, guys. So another powerful partnership here. But we'll get into the article and then we can discuss this a little bit further. Mondelēz International joins Hedera Council to accelerate DLT adoption, digital transformation, and improved business efficiencies. The Hedera Council, which stewards the Hedera open source leaderless proof of stake public network, today announced that Mondelēz International, in brackets Nasdaq MDLZ, has joined the council. Mondelēz International is a leading multinational food company with iconic global and local brands such as Oreo, Ritz, LU, Cliff Bar, and Tate Bake Shop biscuits and baked snacks, as well as Cadbury Dairy Milk, Milka, and Toblerone chocolate. The company has operations in more than 80 countries, employing approximately 91,000 diverse and talented employees across its factories, offices, research and development facilities, and distribution activities worldwide. As a member of the Hedera Council, Mondelēz International, whose mission is to empower people to snack right, is working to develop innovative distributed ledger technology in brackets DLT, based solutions on Hedera. Initially focused on digital transformation initiatives, supply chain management, and enriched business processes to enable enhanced customer experiences. One example is showcased in Mondelēz's current work with SKUX, a rising fintech and payments platform company. SKUX and Mondelēz are expanding a customer service program enhancing consumer offer experiences by adding a near real-time SKUX digital payment option alongside coupons, mailed paper checks, and vouchers. The next generation use case leveraging Hedera will serve as the first real-world adoption of DLT to track the supply chain of consumer packaged goods in brackets CPG digital payment-based offers. The Hedera Council is a consortium of over 30 highly diversified organizations governing the Hedera network, a sustainable public ledger for the decentralized economy. As one of the largest snack companies in the world, Mondelēz International's exploration of DLT will further strengthen its ability to help customers on their digital transformation journey, with a goal to innovate customer engagement and increase business efficiency and sustainability through the application of Web3 and DLT technologies. Quote, "We are excited to continue our commitment to digital transformation, exploring distributed ledger technologies alongside Hedera," unquote, said Jiang Zhu, Global COE, Leader of Digital Strategy and Blockchain at Mondelēz International. Quote, "The potential to solve long-standing retail industry challenges for consumer packaged goods companies and merchants is very compelling," unquote. Bill Miller, co-chair of the membership committee for the Hedera Council, said, quote, "Mondelēz International is a global food leader responsible for many of the food brands that today's consumers enjoy. We are excited to amplify their voice as part of the Hedera Council towards spearheading relevant business solutions for the greater CPG and retail ecosystem," unquote. Okay guys, there you have it. So, Mondelēz International, very much a big deal here, joining Hedera. Yeah, I mean, what can I say guys? Like, I look at these companies, the caliber, they're all huge. And this shows you that they see that crypto technology, it is here to stay. Because there's real world utility in it. There's use cases, there's purpose, right? There's things that this technology can do that will greatly benefit these companies. And so, yes, this isn't an overnight thing, especially when we're so early in this space. And that's what people have to understand. Like, we are still very early within this industry. It feels like we've been in here a long time. And, you hear that Bitcoin's been around for 10 years, 12 years, maybe longer. And so, yes, it does feel like we've been here for a long time. But in an industry that's going to change the world and many other industries around it, when you're talking on that big a scale, yes, this isn't an overnight thing. If you just think about the internet now, it evolved to get to where it is. When the internet first came out, completely different to where the internet is now, right? And the internet is continuing to evolve as we speak. It's continuously evolving. You're looking at AI technology now that can be utilized through the internet. That there's many things that are being added through the internet. So it's the same thing for this technology. It will continue to expand and it will continue to evolve. But when you're looking at changing so many industries, yes, this isn't going to just be an overnight thing. And so yes, while we've still been around with this crypto technology for many years, there's still going to be many years for this to all come to fruition where it's getting adopted on the mass scale. And when I say the mass scale, because I don't want this to sound like, crypto adoption won't happen for many years. But what I'm saying is when you think about the internet now, it's just a part of our everyday life, right? We just naturally have the internet readily available on our phones when we're using apps, we're connected to the internet. All these things, right? So when I'm talking about like mass adoption, I'm talking about like that kind of thing where crypto is just a part of your everyday life. Even if you're not intentionally using it as a part of your everyday life, it will be being utilized in some way, shape or form. And a quick example of that is like Drop, right? Like they want to do real-time micropayments. So for example, like a debit card payment. So if this technology was adopted, you may be using your debit card in a shop and they're utilizing Drop, which is basically developed on Hedera. And so you would be using your debit card, but it's crypto technology that's processing the transaction. And that's what I mean about ultimately like mass adoption. That's where you don't even have to know that you're utilizing crypto technology. It's all happening in the background, but it is being utilized. That's when I'm talking about that kind of adoption. That is probably going to take many years. But the good thing is we don't need to get to that point to see value in HBAR, right? We can get value from these partnerships. We can get value from tokenization in its early stages. Other use cases, cross-border payments, all these other use cases, like there's all these other things that can still add value. And we get obviously our general bull runs and bear runs. So a bull run coming in, that's going to add value to HBAR because we already know how wild it gets in a bull run. So even just on retail speculation alone, that can help, right? So there's still potential here. I'm not saying it's going to take years for us to see any kind of real price action. I'm just saying when we're talking about the huge adoption, like the long-term plan, yes, that's going to take a while to come through. But the good thing for me, in my opinion, is that Hedera looks like it will benefit very, very greatly in the long term. Because I'm seeing all these companies that are working with Hedera. And so for me, I feel like they are going to be using HBAR in the end, right? Unless they use the technology and they're not happy with it, right? Like if they use the Hedera hashgraph and they're like, we wasn't really that keen on it. Okay, fair enough, but what reason would they have to not be keen on it? Like in my opinion, Hedera's got some of the best technology within the industry. So I don't see why they would be unhappy with it, to be honest. I don't see that being a likely occurrence. So long term, I just think the opportunities are there. Long term, real long term, the opportunities there. Short term, there are as well. But I mean, the long term value, I think, Hedera will have its place, in my opinion. I feel very confident of that. So this is great stuff to see, guys. Another powerhouse working with Hedera. Only can be good things, to be honest with you. But we'll keep an eye out and I'll let you know if we get any updates in regards to this. But what do you guys think? Mondelēz International joining the Hedera Governing Council. Do you like the sound of this? Do you think that this is a positive thing for Hedera and the Governing Council? Do you think that this will ultimately help with HBAR's price? Or do you not like this? Is there any reason why you think Mondelēz International joining the Hedera Governing Council is a bad idea? Or do you just not think that this is going to be good for HBAR's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.